Hi there. Are we actually live? Let's see. It's gonna wait. It's gonna take a minute. Yay! There we are. I promise at some point I will get better at this new live producer thing that they're doing. How are you? Welcome. It's Thursday. It's your brand by design, and so here we are going live. As much as we've all heard a lot of these uncertain times and pivot and challenging times and all those other things, I think one of the more common phrases, even before now, is the next level. Let's go to the next level. Let's up level. Let's, get better. Whatever that is. Like, what does that even mean? Of go to the next level. Let me give you a little bit of a hint about that. One of the things that I've seen recently, working with a client who was really, really good at giving away his time. Let me know if this sounds familiar to you. You um, frequently take phone calls that are, can I just pick your brain for a second? And before all the lockdown, before all the quarantine going on, there was a lot of, let's meet for coffee. I just have a couple questions. Can I pick your brain? I'd like to run something past you. Does this sound familiar? These are, by the way, these are red flags in my world. These are red flags of, especially if they happen more than once. These are red flags of 20 bucks a heart by clients just waiting to happen. So this man that became a client of mine was really good at saying, yes, absolutely, because what if this is a potential client? Hey, Chrissy, yes, yes, the can I pick your brain? It's, and I usually tell people that, like, if it's a, can I go to lunch? Yes, that's exactly it, Christy. Can I go to lunch so I can pick your brain? Unless it is a $12,000 sandwich, you are wasting your time. Here's a couple things that I know about that. One, even before we are all stuck here, now it's, can we just have a quick Zoom call? And that's still going to take an hour of your time, especially if you don't have an actual specific agenda. Your ideal clients, your anything greater than $20 the hard way clients don't have time to pick your brain over lunch either. Generally speaking, your lunch date is not going to be a potential client. I mean, there are the occasions, but chances are if somebody's ready to pay you for your highest package, they don't have time to fight traffic for 45 minutes, sit down and do small talk, have lunch for an hour, and finally get to the point of, okay, where's the nitty gritty? How can you help me? How can I pay you? Let's move on with life. Generally speaking, those who are going to pay your top end, I want to work with you in this really big way. I'm prepared, I'm excited, I'm ready to move forward. They want to do that in a 15-minute phone call. So this client of mine was really good at saying, absolutely, I will be there. And he would fight traffic for 45 minutes to an hour, go in and share his genius and pour into this potential person, fight his way back home for an hour, and nothing would come of it. Sound about right? This today's version would be you spend an hour on Zoom. So granted, you get to skip the traffic part, which is yay, but you still end up having lunch with or having coffee with and Zoom chatting for an hour with someone who just needs to pick your brain, who wants your expertise but is not prepared to pay you for it. This guy was really, really good at it. So we started working together. And it's not just, please understand, it's not just a confidence level of, I don't have time for that, because you don't. Legends in the making do not have time for can I pick your brain meetings. It's not a thing. That's not because you can't pour into people and not because you can't nurture relationships, but there are ways to do that. There are freebies and opt-ins and ways to nurture relationships that are, can I just pick your brain? Your one-on-one time is the most expensive thing you have. So stop giving it away for free, first of all. Get a process in place, get systems in place, get pieces in place that allow you to serve and help those people without letting them pick your brain for an hour and waste your time. Had a conversation with this man just this week, and we've been working together for a while. And he said, I'm happy to report that I've had this conversation, and this guy was really pushy, his potential client, really pushy. I just need to meet with you for an hour. He said, I met with him for 20 minutes. He's like, no, I really need like an hour, maybe even two. So let's just meet for lunch. I'll buy you lunch and I just pick your brain. My client, with systems in place, with confidence and understanding what his value really was, with messaging in place, said, you know what? This is how we work together. This is what this actually gets to look like. And is closing, plural, $2,000 and $3,000 deals for consultations, for things he used to be giving away for free, for things that he was giving and pouring out his best stuff for people who were never going to buy it. That's next level. That's his next level. To go from free to we're going to have a 2-hour conversation for $3,000, that's his next level. I've also worked with people who their next level was, I'm just almost at the 6-figure mark. I can't quite figure out how to get to the 6-figure and then some consistently. How do I do that? And sometimes that's an ideal client issue. Sometimes that's messaging. But either way, I've worked with people who it's been a little bit of both. Are you talking to the cheap seats? Are you talking as if you are cheap seats? Are you speaking to people and already discounting your services just in your conversation, just in your tone, in the words you use, and not just the words, but in the way, the manner, the timing of them? Are you putting yourself out there as, ask me for a discount, you got it? Are you putting yourself out there as, I know what I have is really good, but I'm not really quite certain about that, so here's the price? That's a branding issue, friends. So the next level for some of my people that I've worked with is doubling and tripling their business just because we get clear about ideal clients, just because we clarify their messaging. That's their next level. What does your next level look like? It's one of those phrases that has always frustrated me because it is so vague. Next level could be an inch up. It could be massive miles ahead. What does your next level look like? How are you going to get there? What are you doing differently in this moment to make sure that your next level is amazing, is attainable? And then when you get there, then what? Are you making plans for what that looks like too? Do you have team in place to take you from where you are to the next level, to where you want to be? And then do you have a team in place that once you get there, they can help you move even further? Are you making plans and are you creating systems that say, okay, this is where I am. Where I want to be is this. And by the way, where you want to be, taking you from where you are to where you want to be, that's another one of those phrases you get to determine for yourself. This is your journey. This is your experience. This is your business. What does where you want to be look like? And I mean, get specific. Feel free, jump in, share. What is your, hey Heidi, what does your next level look like? Where do you want to be? Sometimes that's a dollar figure. That's great. You know what? Let's make $1 million. Everybody else says, why not? Why not make $1 million? Why not make $250,000? Whatever, maybe it is a money thing is where you want to be. That's your next level. Maybe it's a time thing. You know what, Amber, I'm working 80 hours a week. I'm making plenty of money, but I can't seem to get my time back. Then your next level isn't necessarily about cash flow. It's about working 20 hours a week instead of 80 hours a week. So let's message yourself. Let's create the systems. Let's create the brand that allows that. It's one of my favorite parts about business and about branding is you get to choose. It's like, do you remember those books? I've actually bought some for my daughter and she loves them, so I know they are timeless. When I was a kid, I read the Choose Your Own Adventure books. Now, what I really liked about them is if I got super bored with a storyline, I could skip ahead, right? You can flip clear to the back and say, oh, that's the page where I end up winning. That's the page where I end up where I want to be. And I could go back through and say, okay, well, if that's where I end up, then I need to make sure I change, I go to page 80 here, and I need to make sure I choose this here. And essentially, in a children's book, I reverse engineered my success. That's what you get to do when you get into the League of Legends. This isn't just about next steps and next levels. This is about saying, this is where I get to be, and this is where ultimately my vision lands. And then it's not just about the reverse engineering to make sure it goes there. It's about creating that team, positioning yourself in the industry so that you don't show up as cheap seats, so that when you speak, you really are speaking to the level where you want to be. It's helping you identify what that looks like and then the dance steps to there. It's about creating that team and that community that says, hey, we're all in this together. And not just because we're stronger together, because we totally are, but also because legends aren't formed on their own. Legends aren't formed by themselves in a bubble, isolated in your own little space with your head down, going to the next level. Legends are created together. Legends are created in a community where you get to play with people who are just as committed and devoted to their mission as you are to yours. And they are almost as committed to your vision as you are. They want that success for you too. They're out there looking for opportunities for you. They are helping you remove those stumbling blocks. They're giving you a safe place to say, this isn't working. Holy cow, this really sucked today. How can I get past this? The League of Legends provides that community, that safe place, and those answers, those solutions that say, this is how we got there. The League of Legends kind of has those answer keys. They have the cheat sheets. They have that way of, I've been where you are, let me help you move forward. I know those roads. I've helped people get on and move forward on that road to legend. It's why I created the League of Legends, and it's why I'm inviting you to join us. We launch next Monday in this inaugural founding group of the League of Legends, and I am so excited about it. I'm putting the finishing touches on that very first call today and tomorrow, because this is not something that I've had packaged up for a year and I'm going to launch, because, oh my goodness, things have changed. Anything I was planning 2 months ago, I would dare bet 90% of it is obsolete. Things have changed. Have you? Has your next level changed? Are you ready to make more money? Are you ready to make a bigger impact? Are you ready to have more time? Are you ready to work with people who excites you instead of drains your energy and is just this zombie effect of picking your brain? This is an amazing opportunity, my friends. You will never have more time than you have right now. If everything you are doing works the way you want it to, you are going to get busier and busier, and and now is the time to make sure all those foundational pieces are put together. All those fundamental core elements that oftentimes we don't know about because it's not your genius, right? Branding isn't your genius, chances are. Oh, the good news is you have me and it's mine. So I want to share it. I'm creating this community, especially now in this manner, so that I don't want to say it's an easy yes, but it really is. If you are ready to create something massive in your business and create change in the way you connect with your ideal clients to make sure that they really are your ideal clients, and then affect them and affect their business, affect their lives in ways you have never even dreamt of. It's time to become legend. It's time to get on that road and get on that path and join the community that allows you to do that. Does that make sense? Does this speak to you? If this speaks to you, please, now is the time to join. I'll make sure the link is in the comments below, but I'm just Women of Influence Mastermind. Hey, that's beautiful. Yay. Nancy, hello there. This isn't, the other thing I want to make sure you all understand, this isn't one of those things where we have to talk every single day if you don't want to, but I'm here if you need me. This is one of those groups where every single time we get together, there's a purpose. Every single time we have a call, every time we have a workshop, there's intention behind it. There's an agenda that takes you from where you are currently. And part of that is an awareness. When was the last time y'all looked at your brand? Does it still fit? Is it still applicable? Does it still make sense to your business and in these times and to your ideal clients? Is your solution still helping the way it used to? Because chances are, if you haven't looked at that in the last 6 months, if you haven't looked at that in the last 6 weeks, there's going to be holes. There is room to grow. There are places where you get to evolve your brand in the same way that you have. There's been so much talk of pivot and change and grow, and I totally get that and support that. Your brand has to catch up. In fact, if you can let it catch up with you, then you can make sure it goes ahead of you so that your brand shows up before you do. When you are launching a new product, your brand is already there selling for you. When you are going to go speak somewhere, your brand is already getting people excited to come and hear you. This is that opportunity. This is a chance to, in a very safe, supported way, get very clear about where you are and what that means, and get very clear about where you want to go and what that means, and then to outline your path to take you from here to there. This is it. I would love for you to join me. If this speaks to you in a way that it speaks to me, join us. It's going to be amazing. You're going to get results super quick just because I know what's going into this first call and it's super exciting. So decide if that's the kind of support you want. Decide if that's the kind of community you want to be a part of. I'll make sure there's a link to join in below. And if not, that's okay too. But I want you to take a moment right now to commit to yourself to do something different. Do something different that creates something different in your business. Because same old didn't cut it then, it sure doesn't cut it now. You get to evolve and you get to be aware of what you are creating. I saw a post from someone I've been attached to for probably 15 years. And the comment was, "We're still doing what we're doing." Oh my gosh, I hope not. Oh my goodness, I hope in 15 years you're doing something new and exciting. You're doing something different. I hope in 15 years you have grown and changed and matured and evolved, because I know your ideal clients have. Their challenges are different. The things that they are facing right now are different than they were 15 years ago, 15 days ago. Heck, some of us 15 minutes ago is way different than today. I invite you to join the League of Legends. Do something amazing, do something incredible, and create something bigger, greater, grander than yourself so that you don't just survive right now. You exceed every expectation. You blow past the next levels you can dream of. And we go to even higher heights and even grander things. I hope you'll join me. And at the very least, I hope you have a fabulous Thursday. And until I get to see you in person, rock on.